Hello, I am here taking a forest bath. So forest bathing is a word that I just heard and I'm totally obsessed with because now I have a pretty vogue sounding word for what I do all the time, which is sit with the trees in random places because I always live in cities usually, and my relief has always been the trees. In between breaks or appointments, I'll go to the park, sit by the tree. Like, I'll go to the store and make my own picnic. I'll find like my favorite tree always, wherever I live, there's always just some tree like within a block of my house and I'm like, oh my God, this tree rules. And I just like will make an excuse to park by there or go by there or walk by there. And finally, I just started to call it a sit spot. I heard that word too, and I'm like, oh, sit spot, yeah. And sit with the tree, and that's the sit spot. And it's kind of like, you go to the same maybe cafe or bar or something else, and you kind of get to see how it changes, who fluctuates in and out of there, like the same kind of people. Well, it's like that because you get to see like, oh wow, there's like, it got kind of cleaned up by the rain around here, or like, oh wow, that like branch fell down. It's just such a like mind your own business, off of other people, and kind of like reflect your busybodiness into nature. Like, I used to be a super people watcher, and I can be it sometimes, but I've kind of gotten over that and found it to be just like a little bit draining. But so now I kind of just stick my nosiness into the trees, and yeah, it's been really cool. That sounds super loner, but that's just part of the forest bathing culture that now I know I've always been a part of, and I have a cool word for it. So I'm summing it up right now. I just want to keep it kind of short and sweet. And I'm super down with the forest bathing revolution. Shout out to Japan for coining that term. And they even have the smallest forest, like they call like 3 trees planted together that they planted, like 10 years ago, a forest. And they like go back and visit it. Like that's how like grateful they are for like little parts of nature. So yeah, like you don't have to live in the forest to connect with the forest or do forest bathing. You can find, seriously, sometimes like parking lots can have even the most like beautiful little trees, and just give yourself like an extra couple minutes. If you feel weird, just pull out your phone or pretend you're smoking a cigarette. But otherwise, hopefully you can just feel comfortable standing by the tree and vibing it out with the tree. I just think it's a beautiful way to kind of satisfy that wonder what's going on urge. Just do it with the nature and with the trees, these giants that surround us that have been here way long. And we may not know what they say to us, but we do know how we feel afterwards, and that's just super stoic, way more peaceful. Yeah. Well, big ups. Happy day, night, evening, morning to you, wherever you are.